Inside life of self-made Prince Alwaleed of Saudi Arabia. Have you heard about Prince Alwaleed of Saudi Arabia? Probably not. He is the only royal who is considered to be a self-made billionaire. Yes, you heard that right. His early life was pretty normal like the rest of us. But a big question is, how he managed to become one of the richest princes in the world. In today's video, we will dive into Prince Alwaleed, his early life to his diamond-encrusted car collections and his jets. But before looking into his lavish lifestyle, let's start with his early life. Early life of the prince. Prince Alwaleed was born in Jeddah on March 7, 1955. He is one of 9 sons of Prince Talal, the 20th son of King Abdulaziz, the founder of Saudi Arabia, and his other grandfather was also involved with the foundation of a nation. His mother, Miwana al-Sol, was the daughter of Riyad al-Sol, the first prime minister of Lebanon. In the 50s and 60s, Prince Alwaleed's father served as Saudi Arabia's Minister of Communications and Minister of Finance while Alwaleed was still a young boy. Due to some internal issues, his father was briefly exiled from the kingdom. Alwaleed's parents separated when he was 7, and he lived with his mother in Lebanon. He first attended Pinewood College in Beirut. In 1974, he returned to Lebanon, attending the Chuafat School and then Manor School. Alwaleed received a bachelor's degree in business administration from Menlo College in California in 1979, finishing it in 2.5 years, and a master's degree with honors in social science from the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs at Syracuse University in the year 1985, finishing in 11 months. Alwaleed began his business career in 1979 after graduating from Menlo College. He returned to Saudi Arabia. He started operating a company from a small 4-room cabin in Riyadh and $30,000 startup money provided by his father. His first success was in 1982, partnering with a South Korean construction company. After that, he started getting big projects and his business boomed. By the end of 1989, his net worth was $1.4 billion. According to Forbes, currently the prince's net worth is around $18.7 billion. Palaces owned by Prince Alwaleed. Of course, the life of a desert billionaire does have its perks. Alwaleed owns 3 palaces. The 250,000 square foot Kingdom Palace in central Riyadh is his primary residence according to Time magazine. Valued at around $130 million, the Kingdom Palace holds 317 rooms coated in Italian marble, oriental silk, gold-plated fixtures, and more than 250 televisions. 4 professional-grade kitchens provide Arabic, European, and Asian cuisines, catering to the prince's international coterie, while a 5th is reserved solely for desserts and confectionery. The chefs are said to be able to feed up to 2,000 people at an hour's notice. In the garden, a faux lagoon pool sits above a vast underground cinema. Apart from this palace, the prince has purchased a massive Italian villa too. The property sits on 173 acres of land that includes a farm, multiple orchards, gardens, and greenhouses, balconies covered with flowers, and a separate multi-room house for the head servant. The main house itself is a spiraling 21,528 square foot structure. Cars owned by the prince. Prince Waleed Bin Talal has a ridiculous number of vehicles. In his car collection, he owns several Ferraris, Bentleys, Mercedes, and Lamborghinis. According to several reports, he owns about 300 luxury cars, including a blue Rolls-Royce for his daughter. Yup, 300. It is safe to assume that most of them rarely see the light of day. Simply owning a car would be enough for most people. Clearly, Prince Waleed Bin Talal is not most people. His Mercedes-Benz is completely diamond-encrusted, including the tailpipe with a little extra Swarovski crystal. According to several reports, the price of this car alone is $48 million. And if you just want to see this car, you have to pay $1,000 for it. Now, having one diamond-encrusted vehicle was clearly not enough, because the prince paid $4.8 million to have the same work done on his already impressive Ducati. You would think the added weight might make the bike unwieldy. Jets owned by the prince. Prince Waleed Bin Talal owns several aircraft converted for private use, a Boeing 747, an Airbus 321, and a Hawker Siddeley 125. This 747 was originally configured to seat more than 400 people. The Saudi prince bought this plane in 2003 and afterwards had it customized to fit his own needs. 2 luxurious bedrooms, a dining table for 14 people, and a throne in the middle of the plane most likely remind the prince of his home palace while traveling. The normal cost of the aircraft is approximately $150 million, but the prince got it modified to serve only a family, and in order to fulfill his needs, he spent $300 million more over the aircraft. i.e., the total cost of the aircraft reached nearly $450 million. Apart from this jet, his Airbus 380 contains a garage for his Rolls-Royce, a concert hall, Turkish baths, and a boardroom that features holographic image displays. Yacht owned by the prince. Kingdom 5KR, originally named Nabila, is an 85.65-meter, 281-foot super yacht built for Saudi billionaire Adnan Khashoggi that is now owned by Saudi royal Prince Alwaleed. The yacht was built in 1980 by the yacht builder Benetti at a cost of $100 million, equivalent to $329 million in 2022. Its original interior was designed by Luigi Sturcio. The yacht can accommodate up to 22 guests and a crew of 30. The yacht has 5 decks, a disco, a cinema which seats for 12, 11 opulent suites, a helipad on top, a pool with a water jet on top in front of the heliport, and the annual running cost of the yacht is $5 to $10 million. Other properties owned by the prince. For a luxury vacation, Prince Waleed Bin Talal owns 2 private resorts. One is Kingdom Resort. This lavish resort includes multiple lakes, sprawling gardens, and a luxurious number of rooms. The other one is Kingdom Oasis. It only has 1 lake, but it makes up for its lack of water with a zoo. Apart from these properties, the prince owns 4 to 5 other properties around the world, including one called the Promotion Palace. He doesn't live there. The entire building is just for show. Until now, we have seen the prince's expenses. Now let's see how the prince earns. So here we are showing companies owned by Prince Alwaleed. According to Forbes, Prince Waleed Bin Talal owns shares in private and public companies across the Europe, US, and the Middle East. He owns shares through a holding company named Kingdom Holding Company. He owns a chunk of shares from companies like Lyft, social media firm Twitter, Citigroup, hotel management company Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts, the swanky Hotel George V in Paris, and the Savoy Hotel in London, as well as others. Apart from these, the prince also owns a bunch of real estate in Saudi Arabia and a bunch of shares in home entertainment company Rotana. Away from the yachts and villas, however, Prince Alwaleed has found a new mission. He is a big-time philanthropist. In an official statement, the Saudi prince said that his billions would go to his organization. Prince Waleed Bin Talal also said the donation of his fortune would help causes that empower women. The prince's progressive views on women's issues can be seen in his staff, which counts many women in its roster. Prince Waleed Bin Talal has already donated $3.5 billion to his charity. Thanks for watching the video. Comment down below what you liked. Also, press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates. Plus, you can comment a topic on which you want to see a video.